Veterans Stadium in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, where the Eagles take on the Minnesota Vikings this afternoon. It's a Minnesota team that has played well on the road. They've won 5, but a Philadelphia team that has not been beaten at home this year. Could be a big day for the Vikings. With a victory or a Green Bay loss, they can cinch the Central Division Championship this afternoon. Hello once again, everybody. I'm Vern Lundquist along with Dan Fouts. It could be a very big day for Minnesota, but there is, Dan, a sense of urgency for the Philadelphia Eagles. They come in 7-5.
Well, they know they cannot afford to lose another game because last year they lost 6 and didn't make the playoffs. Reggie White told us it's up to that defense, though, to get them back that feeling they had when they were 4-0 to begin the year and they were considered the best team in football.
Well, they will go up against Sean Salisbury, who makes his second start. He's the offensive leader today for Minnesota, but it's been a Viking defense as well that has led the way to their 9-3 mark.
Well, their ability to turn turnovers into points, led by the front four of Al Noga and Chris Dolman, Henry Thomas, and John Randall, they should put a lot of pressure on Randall Cunningham.
There is Randall Cunningham. The weather not really all that bad, despite the fact that Cunningham seems bundled up. Yesterday, the Army-Navy game was played here, and there were snow flurries throughout the afternoon. Right now, the temperature is 35 degrees, a wind chill of 14, so there is a bit of a breeze. I say not that bad, and then I look at the temperature.
Well, you know, the wind yesterday blew up to 47 miles an hour, so this is quite a break we've got today.
Gordon McCarter is the referee.
The football, your choice, as you want. Okay. All right.
Vikings have won the toss.
Will receive the set.
Richie KOTITE in his second season as the head coach of the Eagles. They were 10-6, as Dan said, a year ago and finished out of the playoffs. So also did the 49ers. But Richie said yesterday, 9-7 will get you, and we just don't want to lose.
He thinks that even 10-6 might get them in, but you know, being 5-0 at home. Denny Green told us yesterday that really got his attention because there's something that the Eagles do here at the Vet that they're not doing on the road, where they've lost 5 games.
Minnesota 9-3 mark, and Denny Green said last night he thinks that they still need a little respect because it's been well documented that Minnesota has yet to defeat a team with a better than 500 record.
Really got to admire the Vikings record on the road, though. And it's very similar to the way the 49ers have played on the road over the years. Of course, Green, coming from the 49ers, has adopted that business-like attitude when they travel. It's not for pleasure. It's a business trip, and we got to get down to business.
Roger Ruzek will kick it off. Darren Nelson and Keith Henderson are the 2 deep men for the Minnesota Vikings. Series stands at 10-5 Minnesota, and they can cinch the NFC Central with a win or a Green Bay loss this afternoon. Little last-minute equipment repair, and a little later than we thought we might, we're going to kick it off. But first, anticlimactically, that 17-mile-an-hour wind blows the ball off the tee.
And we can put a man on the moon, and as we've done many, many years ago, but we can't get a silly football to stay on a tee even in this breeze.
No chance of the snow flurries that we did see here yesterday. Those of you who were a part of the national audience for the Army-Navy game, and what a thrilling game that was yesterday as Army came back and won it. Well, it may take a while. Now William Frizzell will come up and do what he should have done about 3 minutes ago, and that is put his finger on top of the football.
Now, he has 2 tries to put it on the tee. That's an NFL rule that not a lot of people know about. And
no, I certainly didn't.
After the second try, you got to have somebody put their finger on it.
You are the master of the arcane, and we haven't even kicked off yet. Now then. Darren Nelson at the 5. With some room. And a fine kickoff return by Nelson gives the Vikings a first down at the 30-yard line. And for 29-year-old Sean Salisbury, his second start as a National Football League quarterback. He played quite well before his family and friends in Los Angeles last week. A good offensive line with Zimmerman and McDaniel on the left, Loudermilk, Habib, Tim Irwin, The tight end is Steve Jordan. Terry Allen and 3 receivers, Johnson, Carter, and Hassan Jones. Chris Carter is on injured reserve. They hand it off to Terry Allen. He moves it out near the 34-yard line. Byron Evans is the leading tackler at middle linebacker for the Philadelphia defense. 4 interceptions to go with 110 tackles. It's White and Harmon, Golick and Simmons up front. The linebackers are Joyner and Evans and William Thomas. And a rebuilt secondary. Mark McMillan gets his first start today. Booty and Miano are the safeties. It's 2nd and 5. Salisbury, a lot of time. But then the pocket collapses and he is down at the 30. And it was Clyde Simmons and Reggie White who got there.
This is going to be a quick drop by Salisbury, just 5 steps, but then the coverage in the secondary is too good. You just can't hold the ball this long against this pass rush. Good job of Reggie White going low and Simmons coming high. That brings up a 3rd and long.
And Simmons gets credit for the sack, his 15th of 1992. 3rd and 11, play action. Salisbury deep for Anthony Carter, who's open. He beat John Booty. And Anthony Carter, who is no longer regarded as a deep threat, gives lie to that premise. 41-yard gain.
Yeah, it's just like Bradshaw said on the NFL Today. They're going to throw it deep to the slot receiver, as he did in Super Bowl 14. Well, the slot receiver today, Anthony Carter against Booty. And look for Salisbury to go deep early in this game as he did there. They want to get on top and force the Eagles to try to keep up with them scoring.
See that 12.3 yards per carry average? Carter is now regarded by many as a possession receiver. Here's Terry Allen, and he bolts up the middle over the block of Loudermilk at center. He gets it down to the 22-yard line.
With the injury to Chris Carter, who's out with a broken collarbone, the Vikings have come out today with their 3 tight end offense. Novoselsky, Tice, and Jordan. And they want to run the ball between the guards against the soft spot of the Eagle defense, Mike Golick and Andy Harmon. They've had a lot of success on just 2 plays with Terry Allen, gaining 12 yards and 2 carries.
2nd down and 3, no score, opening moments of the ball game. Salisbury under Loudermilk with Allen behind him. Strength of the formation to the right side. And they come right. The tackle made at the 22. And Rich Miano completes it as Allen moves the ball to the 21.
This is what Eagle fans have seen so much, is safeties coming up and making plays. Well, those safeties were Wes Hopkins and Andre Waters. This is Miano taking the place of Waters, and he has to have a big day doing run stuffing there.
Well, they do gain in their run support, Rich KOTITE said yesterday, with that rebuilt secondary with Booty and Miano back there, but they lose something in pass defense, and you saw that on the long pass to Anthony Carter. 3rd and 1. Randall McDaniel fumble. Salisbury picks it up and drops down at the 25. And that means Fuad Revez will attempt a field goal.
That was going to be a play-action pass. Salisbury turned around to fake it to Terry Allen and bumped into him and dropped the ball. McDaniel, it appeared, was going to be out in the pass route here, number 64. Heads-up play by Salisbury, just going down there, not creating a big turnover and putting his field goal kicker in 42-yard range.
Revez has hit his last 6. This will be from 42 yards. Not a gimme by any chance, into the wind. So an opening drive comes up short, or it comes up wide right. No score. 11:15 to go, first quarter. Philadelphia Eagles have the ball on offense for the first time. Randall Cunningham, 17 touchdowns and 9 interceptions. Up front, it's Heller and Shad, Alexander, Floyd, and Davis. The tight end for the 3rd consecutive week, Keith Byers. In the backfield, Herschel Walker and Heath Sherman, Fred Barnett and Calvin Williams